Okay, well, that was the daily for today. Let's do some Covenant 25 next. We go random, Covenant 25. We are on a win streak of 4. And I don't want to drop that. Let's make it a win streak of 5. So we gotta play carefully here. So our starting deck is 2 drafts, 2 fledgling imps, 1 engulfed in smoke. And the usual basic cards, of course. Rector Flicker as our champion and Sap Seraph as our final boss. Let's look at the relic first. Guild marker. Yeah. Don't mind that at all. We have Harvest versus Reform. Now if there was ever a starting deck that benefited Reform, it would be this one. But also, Harvest works really well with these imps and drafts. Kinda wanna go Harvest, to be honest. Makes our early game a bit more consistent. Yeah, Reform is... Well, I have won Covenant 25 runs with the Reform path before. That was with the old one, who reformed 1, 2, 3. Instead of 2, then 2 with +5 attack, then 2 with +15 attack. I think the new Reform path is quite a bit stronger. But... it's not easy to make that work. Very happy about this draft. We're gonna block some damage with these drags. So it doesn't really matter where I place the draft. And... another drag where? Probably in front. So we will be able to take out this Forged Disciple on the top floor with the 2 Train Stewards. Yes, I agree. The Reform path is really... yeah, it does get hurt a lot by the top floor based and a bit more than others by the reduced capacity. That's certainly true. We need to protect this draft with the imp. And we wanna torch this guy, so we get all the harvest triggers we can. Looks like this is gonna be no damage taken first floor trial. We have another imp in the deck and we will draw that next turn, so we'll definitely set up this stuff. Having this in the front means we hit for 14, in the back means we hit for 10, so let's place it in the front. And we should have the kill here. Very nice. Another draft, a Whiplash and a Hallowed Drippings. I like the Whiplash most here. It's pretty good with the drafts we already have. Welder Helper, Molting Imp, Battering Ram. I want the AoE. Yes. AoE on a unit, even better. I think we kinda wanna have a harvest floor with Rector Flickers, juggling drafts, imps, drags, and not have a second harvest unit on the same floor. Yeah, Endless Molting would actually be sick in this deck. I'll still take the Baron. We can get capacity and then we can very easily have a double harvest floor. So, spell upgrades. Consume on the torches is nice but not really crucial. Cost reducing, the engulfed in smoke or double stacking it would be nice but also not that important. Whiplash doesn't really want upgrades that badly. For unit upgrades, we have this draft who wants some attack or burnout, fledgling imp or molding imp who wants endless or maybe some burnout as well, Whiplash Baron who really wants multi-strike, Power Frost on stealth, yeah, that would make sense. Let's see what we have. Multi-strike. That's probably gonna go on Baron. I don't think we can consume of crowns. We have 3 imps, but it's a priority unit. It's just awkward to use. I kinda wanna do it, but I don't think it's gonna work out very well. Let's upgrade the Baron with the multi-strike, and let's give one of these drafts an additional turn of burnout and some extra attack. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes. I'm okay with that. We could Rector and Baron on the same floor, but that makes it really hard to kill the Overcharged Apprentice. Also, playing the Torch this turn on the Disciple Foot Soldier means we won't get a Slay on him, but I'm okay with that. I think we want to set up the top floor with those. Have the Train Steward be on the second floor. I was really hoping for this to spawn on the top, but it's okay. Maybe just draft Whiplash on the top floor. Against the spikes? Yeah, that works. That still works. I would like to engulf in smoke here to reduce the damage we take a little bit, but honestly the damage from enemy attacks isn't a whole lot. It's mostly just the spikes. We get the kill here on everyone. Weaken this guy. I kinda wanna have the backliner stay around for harvest triggers. This backliner is gonna deal us more damage than we get from the harvest trigger, but we also get attack, especially on the Baron, so I'm still fine with leaving these guys up. Let's kill this guy though, because he has spikes and that's gonna help the draft otherwise. Now for these guys, I really don't want the Archer to be around. Let's set up some Train Steward and let's throw away some drags. No room to play anything. Hope we're strong enough. We are. Easily. Especially now. Purifying Cleanse, Hello Drippings, Molten Encasement. Not that into it. not that into it at all. Pyre Jumper, Molding Imp, Fortify. Right now I wouldn't mind a second Molding Imp. Pyre Jumper can also be valuable, but I think I prefer another Molding. We are a very unit heavy deck right now. I don't think we want to dupe just yet. Although duping this draft is certainly not the worst thing we could do. I like the free relic a lot though. Wing Clippings and Tempered Talisman. The Talisman is gonna upgrade our torches and makes it a lot better to pick up something like a Vent, but that's about it. Wing Clippings doesn't really do a whole lot right now. Not that interested in most consume cards, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go with the Talisman, just so our torches stay relevant a bit longer. Actually, our torches stay relevant all the way until the end, because with 5 damage we can finish off Shade Wings with them. Do I want a hook? I don't think I want a trap shoe, but maybe I want a hook. I don't want a hook. I was thinking maybe we need a hook to deal with the early frontliner, but we have the draft as well, so I'm not that worried about it. These guys will deal 12. We could set up on the second floor, but well, that makes the draft so... yeah, it's better to set up on the second floor actually. These guys will deal 12. Let's block them with the draft. If we have a single torch, the draft will survive. We do not though. That's fine. This next wave. I think I want the draft. Well, that's not gonna survive. No matter what we do. Well, unless we're Molding Imp. But that removes these guys from potential harvest triggers. We still have a Molding Imp and a lot of torches in the deck. I don't want to kill these guys on the bottom floor. I kind of want to keep the draft around. Not so much these. The Molding Imp as well. Not so much these other units though. We got a nice chunk of harvest triggers done here. Remove the bomb. Fledgling Imp makes this guy deal 21, 26, that's 47. That's actually great. If we put the Fledgling Imp all the way in the back, we can kill both the foot soldiers, but then the Fledgling Imp is in the way. We still have 4 torches left to kill him though. It's okay. We have to kill this guy though. I don't want to miss out on these juicy harvests. I think it's time to kill the imp. We kill this guy. This guy already dies, so we can prevent quite a bit of damage with the Molding Imp in the front here. Harvest trigger, that's a harvest trigger. Well, it's only just one extra harvest trigger because the imp would have died anyways. And I think we win. That looks a lot like a win to me. Alloy of the Ancients, Dark Deal, Formless Child. Dark Deal. We have a multi-striker. We want to be able to deal a lot of damage on our harvest floor. That gives us another way of scaling that damage up. And I want capacity. That extra capacity is gonna be a huge deal. We're still mostly unit deck, but we have another great target for double stack or potentially even holdover. Although with the Temper Talisman, holdover is a bit more dangerous, but we also get removals here. Yeah, let's go to the left. Let's upgrade our champion with another harvest path upgrade. Endless. I am happy to see that. This is a skip. Okay. Who do we put Endless on? Molting Imp gives us so much backline clear. I like it. Rage upgrade on this draft is nice. Then let's reroll. Another multi-strike. Oh yes. I also want a weak stone on the Molting Imp. And the Battlestone doesn't really... okay. We can use this draft to block some damage. Now I feel really confident in this deck. Train Stewards are bad. Let's get them out of here. 2 capacity units. Multi-strike. Well, we do now have the chance to put 2 enemies in front. These guys don't have that much health. I think we're okay. We want to set up relatively low. Yeah, I think we can just go on the bottom floor. Just play it all. There we go. First wave down, a lot of harvest triggers gained. Now we have the Endless Molding Imp ready to go. Straff is just another harvest trigger. And we are scaling just great. Burnout 2, so he will stay around for the boss for 1 turn. That's actually nice. Yeah, easy win right there. I'm really digging this deck. Whoa, that can be so powerful. Let's take it. Can have more imps. Be endless. A fatal melting? Not really necessary at all. Because of our endless molting imp, but the imp is only dealing 5 damage. Fatal melting can be a lot more, but it's only... The problem with fatal melting is that it needs to scale. And once we scaled fatal melting, we probably scaled our harvest units to a point where we don't need fatal melting. Remnant host is 3 harvest triggers in one. That's a consideration. Memories of the Melted is obviously great if we can find a way to spend that Ember. Maybe just something like a Hellhorned Rail Spike or... not sure. Memories of the Melted gives us the most potential upside, and Remnant Host is the most consistently useful card. I'll take the Remnant Host. I think it's good in this deck. A Transcendimp. You give me a Transcendimp now. Game, you really want me to win, huh? We have Votive Key to make use of that Transcendimp every turn. We no longer need unit upgrades. The imps can all gain Endless from just the Votive Key. But removal and relic, and we're relatively low on gold. We don't really need the spell upgrades in this deck, is the thing. The torches are already dealing enough damage to deal with pretty much anything we encounter that wants to be dealt with torches. The Dark Deal would certainly love an upgrade, but it's not crucial. I think we can benefit more from looking at more relics. Scorching Restraint is a nice one. With all the small units we are playing, definitely has potential. I could just put Endless on the Transcendimp instead of having to rely on the Votive Key, but we only want 2 Endless units every turn at maximum, so it's kind of wasted. What I would really like, on the other hand, would be Burnout. Maybe we should reroll for that. Didn't find it quick. Is that ever a consideration? No. It would be if we still had a slot open on a draft, maybe. Or we don't. Maybe the amount of torches is a little too high now. No, it's not. 5 torches in a 25 card deck. That's a good amount at this point in time with the Temperate Talisman. We can take Mark of Invasion pretty safely. We want to be setting up as high as possible here. So on the top floor. Too bad we don't have a way to deal with this Sycophants, but... do I want to Endless the Transcendimp already? I think so. And I think we might want to use the draft on the next turn. Yeah, I think that there's a high chance that we want that draft. A little bit of damage taken here. We torched this guy, that's definitely happening. Not feeling too great about having to juggle this Transcendimp all the time, but I think it's still worth. Get some rage on the Baron. We will need that for the overcharge tank. Not happy about feeding this guy. I should have torched the armored one. This one will just get healed. We're a little bit short here. Maybe I don't juggle the Transcendimp this turn. I shuffle it back and use the Fledgling Imp with Endless instead. I like that better. And we have enough to get the kill. We can feed this guy, it's not a problem. We are growing stronger very quickly. Let me think about this. We don't need the rage. Let's actually use the molding imp instead, so we can get both backliners down. And I'm just playing out these imps for the Transcend imp. That's about to show up pretty soon. It's an extra bunch of harvest triggers, and then we use the Transcend imp to kill the backliner. Throw away the graph as well. I don't think I want to endless the Remnant host any longer, because starting next turn I'm gonna be endlessing the Molting and the Transcend imp instead. This is another stealth gone. Not that we have any problem whatsoever with this guy. Oh, the Transcend imp wasn't even in the deck. Might as well have one stealth here. The endless doesn't matter anymore. Also, we already won, but I wanna have this Transcending. I don't think we want another Remnant host or a Votivary at this point. Nor do I want another Engulfed in Smoke. Tiresome Climb isn't bad. Inflame... It's a bit expensive. It's a bit expensive, but it's pretty okay on our backliner. Rage does scale pretty well in our deck. I am gonna go to the Merchant of Trinkets, even though there's removals on the other side. What do we have? Collection of Tails and Pyrestone Housing? Oh yes. That's juicy. Cave of 1,000 Eyes. Let's pay some health for another relic. Do I even want that? There's some problem with imps and this relic. Although, if a 1 health imp doesn't die, then a 6... if a 1 health imp dies, then a 6 health imp will usually die as well. At this point in the game. That's not entirely true, but it will be true for Seraph at the very least. But the benefit we gain from this is so small. Oh, torches, yes, I agree. Haven't thought about that. This prevents us from torching our imps. Yeah. Where is our next unit upgrade shop? It's here, and we are almost certainly gonna go there. We definitely take Collection of Tails, that's just pure upside. And I kinda like Pyrestone Housing. We'll only notice the effect at the Seraph fight. And I think we are pretty well set against the Seraph. Reroll. Memorial Fund. Oh, that's a huge amount of gold. We have 2 units die every turn, plus a couple of extras. So that's easily like 80-90 gold a turn. We only have 2 fights to make back that gold though, so no. I think we leave. We keep the gold. We could probably come out ahead slightly if we take that Memorial Fund, just because of all the other units we kill off. But yeah, that means we get to spend our gold later, and gold now is more valuable than gold later. We want to focus on this statue, I think, at the moment. Do we want to have this draft in front? Doesn't matter because we're gonna stealth anyway. No, we're not. Yeah, draft in front is fine. We can always play something else in front of the draft this turn. And we have a hedge on Endless Flicker, so even if we fail to kill Fel on this floor, we can always play Flicker on the top floor next turn for a big benefit, because he will keep all his harvested stats. A Fledgling Imp in front is not enough, isn't it? 34, 29. Just barely not enough to kill the Quill Marksman in the back. No, we will gain harvest triggers also. That's enough. We keep the Transcending for another cycle. This is pretty simple. Well, this guy has sweep anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we place the Remnant host. Actually, it's better in front. Actually, it's not. It literally doesn't matter. There's our Endless Molting Imp. Yeah, these are pretty nice numbers. That's a big damage spell. That might be useful. One Horn Storm, we can play that. But it would be good. It would certainly be good. Disables Dark Teal on the backliner though. I'll take an Impolate. It's not bad having a 1 cost 75 damage spell at hand. And I want more draw. Not that it's that necessary, because we're mostly only playing 2 units a turn and that's it, but we have a few spells that are useful. And here we can get some upgrades on them. Let's definitely go with the final accumulator path. We can double stack the Dark Deal or the Enflame. Let's do it on the Dark Deal. I want the offensive scaling more. This Enflame also needs a cost reduction. Magic power seems unnecessary. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. 3 roll freestone. We could permafrost the engulfed in smoke. It's really not necessary actually, but it's good in theory. Do we want to get rid of a drag? I honestly like the number of imps. The number of torches is okay. The number of torches might be a little bit high. Let's just keep the goal. Yep, it's the Temporary Talisman that's increasing the damage. I think we remove a drag and a torch. Spikes, we can deal with that. Our units are growing a lot of extra health after all. These guys have more health than we can remove with a single Molting Imp. So we only have 3 Amber. Can't play everything. Right now, if we were to set up on the bottom floor, we would have 45 damage. This is another 28 times 3. We would also need to gain some armor or trigger some harvest. I think I want to set up on the 2nd floor with Rexor, Endless, and Baron in the back. Gonna play the Molting Imp here, and I'm gonna apply a bunch of Rage to the Baron. Not playing the draft. This sets us up to hit the Winged Conduit with the Molting Imp this turn. Could also gain Endless on the Remnant host, which is a pretty good deal. Right now, we're a little bit short on the Gilded Wing. Can we improve on that? So, we'll get 1 harvest trigger, so we deal 48 and then 53 to this guy. 48 plus 53 is 101. He's at 105, so that's the kill. Right. That was not great. But it doesn't matter in the end. Especially if we do this. I want the Fledgling Imp to have the Endless. And I'll play another Remnant host for the extra harvest triggers it provides. And I think we are okay now. Endless Transcend Imp. And then the Molting Imp. Well, the Molting Imp is not strictly necessary anymore with the Endless Transcend Imp. Let's use the Fledgling Imps instead. The second Fledgling Imp won't die though. Yeah, let's do it this way. And And at this point it's just endless molding pretty much every turn. And send molding, enflame the backliner. And we win. Not a big surprise there. No. Pile Tromper, yes. Impressive? Probably not. I kinda want a Pile Tromper. We are sometimes a bit Ember starved, and that adds the Pile Tromper effect to the Transcend Imp. I do want the dupe and the removal. These are very nice. Ah, wish we had taken that Firestone housing. That would have been pretty awesome. Waxer Snuffer is not that amazing. Flicker's Liquor. I mean, that's pretty good, but we don't really need it. Not with the Pyre Chomper being a thing, but it helps early on. Nothing left to upgrade really. Let's look for Wickstone. Wickstone was found. That goes on the Transcending. Okay, so we don't need any further unit upgrades. We can spend all our gold in this shop. And honestly, I'm just thinking of re-rolling for Resonant Shard and Ashes of the Fallen. Called it. It's not luck when you call it, right? That was funny. Oh, that was funny. What to do at this point? We can make use of a second Transcend Imp because only one has Endless. Still not bad, but probably the Dark Deal. That might be a bit too much damage. Not really. 16 no, we're not playing it that often that it's gonna be a problem. If you had chosen Pilestone Housing, you wouldn't have had that. That's true. No, I would just not have purchased any removals there. We could still have had the Ashes and the Resonant Shard. Setting up at the top floor means we won't need Endless on Director, so let's get Endless on the Pyre Chomper for now. Then we kill you and deal you twice. Why did we even set up on the top floor? Well, it doesn't matter. Kind of like the Endless Fletchling in here. I don't want to kill these units is the thing. Let's just play a Fletchling, drag a Remnant, Whiplash, the Pyre Chomper just in case. Oh, it doesn't die for whatever reason. There's our Transcend Imp. This one has Wickstone, well, the other one has Burnout as well. Another fledgling imp. Might as well play this Wrath as well. These still all die. Well, it's 2 Shade Wings, so not a surprise. Transcend him, Molting him. Extra Rage. Pyre Chomper on another floor, Blast on another floor, and let's Impolate. We might even get a flying kill here. The next time Seraph comes up to the top, I predict we get the kill. Nope, that was faster than expected. Maybe it's not enough yet. Do we need to play the Transcend Imp first? But I can get an extra Molding Imp out with the Torch this turn. Yeah, I thought I had a bit more time to set up that kill. This backliner is growing pretty big though. Let's see how big we can get with this Baron. That's pretty big. That is pretty big indeed. $857 times 3. New record for number of harvests triggered, maybe? Yeah. By over 100 more than our previous record. That was a beautiful deck. If you could make a perfect harvest deck, it would look almost exactly like this. We had pretty much the perfect relics. Votive Key, all the Rage relics and Ashes of the Fallen. What more can you ask for? Wickless Baron with double multi-strike very early on. Transcend Imp with Burnout, Molding Imp with Burnout, and Endless. The Dark Deals to scale our damage early for the first wave, so we could kill frontliners more easily. The Engulfed in Smoke didn't really serve any purpose because we were scaling so well, we never needed it for the boss waves. Huge Votive Key. That helped a ton. But man, this deck really showed me the power of Harvest in Remnant Hellhorned. Very fun run. I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, now we're up to a win streak of 5. Not so far from the personal best. No.